Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's question comes from one of our curious viewers, Angel Madrid. Thanks for the awesome suggestion, Angel. You asked, why do some toilets have two flush buttons? And honestly, if you've ever stood there staring at those buttons thinking, which one summons the gentle flush and which one unleashes the tsunami? You're definitely not alone. Maybe you've pressed the wrong one. Maybe you've panicked and pressed both. Maybe you've simply walked away pretending you fully understood toilet technology. No judgment here. So today, we're finally solving the mystery behind this bathroom dual button dilemma. Why it exists, what each button does, and how this tiny choice saves huge amounts of water. Stick around as we break down the surprisingly smart engineering behind dual flush toilets right here on Explaining Everything. Let's start with the basics. You may have noticed that one button is smaller and the other is bigger, kind of like the toilet is trying to tell you which sibling gets more inheritance. These two buttons control two different water volumes. The small button releases a half flush. The big button releases a full flush. That's it. That's the whole magic trick. No secret portal, no turbo mode, no Wi-Fi connection to the bathroom gods. Just water, less water, and more water. So why bother with two water levels? Because the toilet is smarter than we think. Dual flush toilets were designed to cut down water waste. A standard single flush toilet uses roughly 6 liters per flush, depending on the model. A dual flush toilet? A half flush usually uses 3 liters or less. A full flush uses around 6 liters. Meaning sometimes you don't need to unleash the Niagara Falls of water to get the job done. Sometimes a tiny polite sprinkle is enough. This design saves thousands of liters of water per household each year, which is huge, and definitely way more effective than telling people, hey, conserve water, because nobody listens, except your toilet, which literally enforces it. Now, who came up with this genius idea? Australia. Of course, the same country that said, let's put kangaroos everywhere, also said, let's save water with toilets. And honestly, both decisions were iconic. Engineer Bruce Thompson helped develop the dual flush system in the 1980s as a response to water shortages. And it worked so well that eventually the design spread worldwide, like a polite plumbing revolution. Dual flush toilets became popular because they reduce water usage without making you feel guilty. You don't have to ration anything or hold anything or make decisions your therapist should be hearing about. You just choose a button. Half flush? You're basically a superhero. Full flush? Still a superhero. Just one dealing with bigger responsibilities. Either way, you're helping the planet with every bathroom trip. How many times can you say that about your daily habits? You might notice the buttons are usually 2 circles or a split rectangle. Manufacturers do this intentionally so you can understand the difference without needing a manual. Small button equals little water. Big button equals big water. It's the only part of your bathroom where the instructions are truly foolproof. Everything else, total chaos. Shower knobs, for example. The only puzzle harder than solving a Rubik's Cube while blindfolded. We've all done it. Don't lie. Some people press both buttons at the same time because they want to super flush, like they're launching a rocket. Fun fact, pressing both buttons just triggers the full flush. That's it. Nothing special. No bathroom boost mode. No jet propulsion. The toilet simply goes. Okay, full flush it is. Calm down. Here's something surprising. A lot of plumbers say one hidden problem with dual flush toilets is that many people don't use the right button at all. Not because they're confused, but because they're afraid of pressing the wrong one. Which is hilarious, because both buttons do the exact same thing, flush. This hesitation actually leads to people pressing the full flush every time, completely defeating the water-saving design. It shows that even the smartest bathroom engineering in the world still depends on humans not overthinking things, which is a dangerous assumption. When you add it all up, dual flush toilets exist for one simple reason: to save water without making life complicated. Water scarcity is a real issue in many countries. Toilets are one of the biggest sources of household water use. So giving people a choice, a small flush and a big flush, creates an easy, everyday habit that actually makes a measurable difference. And the best part? You don't even think about it. The toilet handles the conservation for you. It's basically the silent eco-warrior of your house. So now you know, those two buttons aren't a mystery, or a prank, or a quiz you weren't prepared for. They're just there to save water, one flush at a time. If you enjoyed this surprisingly refreshing trip into bathroom engineering, hit that like button like you're choosing the full flush. And subscribe for more explanations of everyday things you didn't realize you were confused about. And if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other binge-able channels. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.